Welcome to the video. First, we will set the stage for an important decision many savers face. Should you contribute your entire 401k early in the year or spread it out? Next, we will explain why, although lump sum investing often wins in theory, there is a hidden risk that could cost you thousands in employer-matched dollars if you change jobs mid-year. Finally, we will lay out a practical decision framework so you can maximize contributions while minimizing avoidable risk. To guide you smoothly, here is the agenda. First, we will clarify the difference between lump sum and dollar-cost averaging. Then, we will surface the lesser-known employer match trap. After that, we will explore who benefits from front-loading and who should prefer DCA. Next, we will move into a simple decision framework and test your understanding with quick quizzes. Finally, we will wrap with key takeaways and next steps. Before we dive in, a quick disclaimer. This video is educational in nature and is not financial advice. Circumstances vary by individual, plan details, and tax considerations. You should verify the rules of your specific employer plan and consult a qualified advisor if needed. Now that expectations are set, let us define the choice. Lump sum means contributing as much as possible, as early as possible, often front-loading in January. Dollar-cost averaging means spreading contributions evenly through the year, usually per paycheck. Both approaches target the same objective, reaching the maximum allowable contribution to your 401k. However, their risk profiles differ, especially when employer matching rules and job changes enter the picture. Next, let us compare the two strategies in practice. Historically, investing earlier provides more time in the market, which can yield a slight return advantage for lump sum investing over long periods. When your employer offers no matching contributions, the mathematical case for front-loading is relatively strong. However, when an employer match is on the table, the timing of contributions matters significantly, because many plans require ongoing contributions to receive the match each pay period. Dollar-cost averaging tends to reduce emotional swings during market volatility and helps maintain consistent savings habits. Regardless of strategy, your real objective is to reach the maximum allowable contribution while minimizing the chance of missing out on employer matches. Moving on. This mind map illustrates employer match mechanics. At the center is employer match mechanics, branching into plan rules such as per paycheck matching, true-up policies, and waiting periods. Another branch covers the implications of a mid-year job change, including that contributions with the old employer stop, and that the new employer may have an eligibility waiting period. Importantly, if you have already reached the annual employee deferral limit before joining the new employer, you cannot defer additional amounts to capture the new employer's match. A third branch highlights contribution timing choices, including front-loading in January, spreading per paycheck, and backloading, and how each interacts with matches. The outcomes branch shows possible results, such as capturing the full match, losing part of the match, or receiving no match. The key insight is that per paycheck match rules often require ongoing contributions throughout the year, and a true-up policy, if offered, can mitigate but not universally solve the risk of early maxing. However, here is the catch. Many companies match contributions on a per paycheck basis, meaning if you are not contributing during a given paycheck, you do not receive a match for that period. If you reach the annual employee deferral limit early and then change jobs mid-year, your new employer usually cannot match further contributions because you have no remaining deferral capacity. That foregone match can easily outweigh any small statistical benefit of investing earlier. Some employers offer a year-end true-up to reconcile missed matches due to contribution timing, but not all plans do, and the details vary. Therefore, you must read your plan documents to understand the match formula, vesting schedule, and any eligibility waiting periods at both your current and potential future employers. Additionally, let us compare profiles. Front-loading is more appropriate when there is no employer match at your current job, when you are confident you will remain employed the entire year, when you have adequate emergency savings and stable income, and when you can tolerate market volatility without reacting emotionally. Dollar-cost averaging is often preferable when your employer offers a per-paycheck match you want to capture, when a job change is possible, when you prefer a smoother behavioral experience, or when your plan does not provide a robust true-up policy. Here is a quick table of schedules. The front-load approach concentrates contributions early in the year, which is often incompatible with per-paycheck matching, and exposes you to a high risk of losing new employer match if you change jobs mid-year. Even dollar-cost averaging spreads contributions through the entire year, supports capturing the per-paycheck match, and reduces the risk of losing matches if a job change occurs. A hybrid approach front-loads partially, but maintains small per-paycheck contributions to remain eligible for matching, which can mitigate, but not eliminate risks. Now for a quick knowledge check. The question is, if you max your 401k in January and change jobs in May, what is your biggest financial risk? The options are A. Missing the new employer's match, B. Paying higher income tax for the year, C. Owing a penalty for contributing early, or D. Being forced into worse investment options. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is A. Missing the new employer's match. Once you have reached the annual employee deferral limit, the new employer generally cannot match more because there are no additional employee contributions to match. This foregone match can be significant and often outweighs any slight statistical benefit from early investing. Furthermore, let us separate the math from behavior. From a purely mathematical standpoint, earlier contributions can have a slight advantage due to more time in the market. In real life, however, guaranteed match dollars can exceed any marginal gains from early investing, especially when job changes occur. Psychologically, a smoother contribution schedule reduces the likelihood of panic, timing mistakes, or stopping contributions after a downturn. The best practice is to choose the approach that ensures you actually reach the maximum each year with the least behavioral friction. If your plan has a true up feature, verify its existence and mechanics in writing. Next, this timeline walks through a practical scenario. In January, the employee front-loads and reaches the annual deferral limit. From February through April, no additional contributions occur while the market fluctuates. In May, a job change happens, and the new employer offers a match. However, the employee has already hit the annual deferral limit, so no new employee contributions can be made to receive the match. From June through December, the employee continues without contributions and forfeits potential match dollars at the new employer. The alternate track suggests that if the employee had used dollar-cost averaging, they could have contributed each paycheck, captured the match through May at the first employer, and then potentially resumed contributions with the new employer after any waiting period, thereby capturing more match overall. To make a solid decision, follow this sequence. First, identify your employer's match formula and whether a true up exists. Second, assess your probability of changing jobs this year. Third, check any waiting periods and vesting schedules at both your current employer and potential new employers. Fourth, select a base plan. Use dollar-cost averaging to protect match eligibility, or choose lump sum if there is no match and your job change risk is low. Consider a hybrid approach by front-loading partially while maintaining small per-paycheck contributions to ensure you remain eligible for matching. Sixth, automate contributions and review quarterly to ensure you remain on track. Seventh, revisit your plan annually or whenever you experience job changes, salary increases, or plan updates. Now another quick check. The question is, which factor most strongly argues for dollar-cost averaging over front-loading when you have a match? The options are A. Slightly lower long-term expected returns, B. Compatibility with per-paycheck matching rules, C. Higher trading costs, or D. Lack of investment choices. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is B. Compatibility with per-paycheck matching rules. Most employer matches are calculated per pay period, so consistent contributions help ensure you capture the full match throughout the year. As we summarize, prioritize the employer match above all. If your employer does not offer a match and your job situation is stable, front-loading can be reasonable. If a match exists or a job change is possible, dollar-cost averaging is often the safer choice. Hybrid approaches can help balance time and market with match capture. Above all, automate contributions and review periodically. Consistency across decades matters more than perfect timing. To conclude, lump sum investing often looks best on paper, but not when it causes you to forfeit employer-matched dollars. Dollar cost averaging aligns naturally with per-paycheck matches and can reduce panic. Your overarching goal is to reach the annual contribution limit while minimizing avoidable risks. Therefore, learn your plan rules, assess job change risk, and then choose lump sum, dollar cost averaging, or a hybrid approach based on your situation. Finally, thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, please like the video, share it with someone considering front-loading, and subscribe for more practical money content. In the comments, share your strategy and any plan specifics you have encountered so others can learn from them as well.